Welcome to Life Around 40, episode 25. How's everybody doing this evening?
Just great.
Just
Just
great.
great.
We saw a very pleasant interaction between Drew and his children a second ago. Maybe have to laying the law just a little.
What you saw was restraint. Because it's so much easier just to start whooping that ass. But I didn't do it. Didn't do it.
Yep.
So
I've been there where you're like, I just wanted to chuck you out of the house. Leave you outside for a couple hours away from me. So.
Yep.
But
Guys,
anybody?
shut up!
Mob meatloaf.
Yeah. Now.
You want the meatloaf? You want the meatloaf.
Anybody into anything good lately? Anything fun coming up?
Kaylin has her last basketball game Saturday, so that'll be lovely. They have another week off of school because why wouldn't they need another week off of school? I mean, they just had one. And let's see, I took some pretty cool photos. So we had to like cut a pattern onto a piece of construction paper and put it in front of our lens, and then in all the blurry kind of spots in the background, it takes on that shape. Why? Because optics are confusing and I don't understand them. But mine, I carved the bat signal, and
Nice.
it was awesome. It's, Batman is everywhere, and then I had this great idea. It really seemed to like shimmer, and so we tried a few spots along Lake Houston, and we ended up at Lakeside Brewery, and so we're there, and I was like, yeah, can we get an iced tea? And she'll take a lemonade, and great. So we snicked down to the dock to take some pictures, and literally, man, it was really neat. I'll send y'all some of the photos. And then Joey's like, hey, can we get some tacos while we're here? I'm like, I've never said no to some street tacos. They were delish. At this point, I realized, though, I left my phones at home. And so I can't call my wife and say, hey, we're getting some tacos, would you like some? So I was like, hey, be a good man. Bring home an extra order of tacos. And it still did not appease anybody because they had already eaten. And I had delicious tacos and they had air fryer chicken. So.
Oh, yeah.
I hope you ate that extra set of tacos right in front of them.
Right in front
I
of
did
them.
not.
I
did not. So Megan ate one at some point in the day, and then her and I split the last two for breakfast in the morning. Delicious. What a great breakfast. A delicious chicken taco.
I love tacos. I'll eat them for any meal. Street
They're
tacos
delish.
especially. Oh,
So good.
I remember when I first started eating them, and they were like, you get them for like $1 a piece. Now around here, they're like
these.
almost $3 a piece, or $4. Oh, $5.
$5 a taco.
How am I
Now,
supposed to
I will
eat 6
say-
of them?
It was $30 for 6 tacos, but I will say though, man, like they had to double tortilla these bad boys, and the chicken's falling out of every bite.
Okay.
Like they were stuffed. So
I'll tell you what.
it's still
some
not
of the-
worth it, but
Some of the best tacos I've ever had that were actually affordable, but were just absolutely incredible. There's a chain of Mexican grocery stores here in Columbus called La Michoacana, and they have like restaurants in all of them too. And you go in there, tacos are like $1.50, maybe $2, and they just same thing, just pile. It's a mound of meat on these tacos, and they are incredible. I was the only white dude in it. It was awesome. It was. It was right around the time where there was all this talk about ICE maybe coming to Columbus, and the only white man walking into the Mexican grocery store. I was like, I probably look very suspicious right now, but I ordered my tacos and I left and ate them in my car.
There's
They were incredible though.
I don't know if it's still there or not, but there used to be a restaurant there in Mount Gilead, right when you went in, coming from where in the area we used to live.
Yeah. Up 61
yeah.
there.
Yeah. And
Okay.
they're like shortly like right before you get to the first light, I want to say. Um, there on the corner on the left side, they had opened up a Mexican restaurant there about 10 years ago or so. That place was the bomb. Heck, they've got the old Dairy Corner place. That's a Mexican restaurant there in Marengo now.
Is it really?
Hmm.
I'm
I
not
didn't know
happy
that.
about it. Back in the day, it was a delicious Italian joint that made great pizza, and then
Mm,
I believe they divorced, and they had to sell the business, and it's
yeah,
been a Mexican joint ever since.
yeah.
Wow. It's funny. There used to be an Italian place called the Warehouse. You pull out of my neighborhood here and go up 23, go down 23 south, and it was right there. I mean, it was like I could throw a stone to it. And it went out of business. I think there was a little embezzling going on. I'm not totally sure. There was
Italians
some sketchy
embezzling? What are
stuff.
you talking about?
No.
Nah.
What are you
No.
talking about?
What are you
huh?
talking about?
There's no no one's ever attached the Italians to any kind of organized crime or anything. But now it's a Mexican restaurant. I think it's yet to open. They've had it ready for a while. I saw a few cars out there, so I'm wondering if they're doing staff training. So I'll get down there and check it out. I'm sure they'll have $3.50 street tacos, which is gonna ruin my day.
You
But
want me to be honest about something? I have actually never had a street taco.
that will change. I will change that for you. You and I will go to La Michicana and we will get us a couple
He is-
good street tacos.
He is gonna
Uh,
pop your cherry.
I will pop
Okay.
your taco cherry, buddy.
Okay.
There's
Oh,
all
they're
kinds of
delicious.
sexual innuendo here into that.
Oh man, have you had a birria taco?
Oh hell yeah!
Oh my
quesabirria,
dear sweet God!
especially.
Yeah,
But the
I don't know if I
cheese
have.
you
melted
dip it.
and it
You
cooked.
dip in that little. Oh my God!
The problem is up here they're like $15 for 3. So because they sell them in like 3 packs, a lot of places get it for $15, which it's good, and you're full. I mean, good God, you don't want to eat another one. And they're super greasy, very tasty. So
Yeah. Oh, so speaking of, how are you with kielbasa?
I like kielbasa.
Kibas is good.
Yeah, I like most
So-
smoked sausage and stuff.
I'm not a huge fan. Okay, I've just never had been. Like mom's made it, and it's like, well, yeah, I'll muscle through, but it's not my thing. Well, I'm at HEB. You know, here everything's better, and they're making kielbasa and a sauce, and I'm like, I mean, I'll try it because it's free meat. You know, no question. So it turns out it's in a pineapple habanero sauce.
Okay.
And I'm like, that seems odd. And I take a bite of this. I'm with Julia, and I'm like, oh my dear sweet God. Like, I don't know what it all does to the flavor, but it's miraculous. So I'm like, I'm buying it right now. So I bought the sauce. I bought the kielbasa they were using. And Megan's like, you bought kielbasa? I was like, yeah, it's awesome with this sauce. She's like, no. She's like, I'll try it, but just no. She's excited though. Apparently, this is one of her favorite meals, kielbasa sausage. I was like,
Mhm.
okay. And so she tries my particular sausage, and then just chooses to devour like more than half. She's like, oh my God, this is so good. I was like, I told you, like when I say it's good, you know it's got to be good because I don't like this shit. But I ran into the lady. She made me a taco birria in HEB, also delicious. And we were talking about that sauce, and she's like, I put it on cream cheese, and it turns into a dipping sauce. And I'm like, it's brilliant. She's like, oh, it's so good on like a pork loin. I'm like, I like this chick. She's
Yeah.
fantastic. She could move in and come up with food ideas because now I'm excited.
Well, I will
Food.
say, when you're doing things right in life, when your wife will eat your sausage, you're doing good.
Absolutely.
Things are going
Take the
well.
whole thing. Takes the
I,
whole
uh,
thing.
I grew up. My aunt used to make all the time fried potatoes and onions and sliced kielbasa sausage,
Mm.
and fry that up in a pan. We ate that all the time, and then also you would slice it up into coins and fry it in a skillet, and we would eat that in our potato soup. growing up.
Mm.
Okay.
So like I grew up eating it all the time. I still make that potato dish, and I still do potato soup with it. We did last time, instead of kielbasa, we did andouille sausage, and it was really good too because that
Mm.
kicked the heat up a little, which is really nice. So
I love it.
There's DeRusso's sausage.
I've heard you
I
talk
really
about
like.
it a few times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That I will use that. I actually use that. I think I sent pictures to both of you of that chili mac stuff that I made
Oh yeah.
a few weeks
Yep,
back. I
yep.
used that, and I put that in the chili for the meat. So, and it comes at least for the DeRusso's one. It's there's like a sweet, and then there's like a medium hot, and then there's a hot. The hot I don't like. It's not that it's hot. It's just as the flavor. I don't really. It's not bad, but it's just not something I care for. So I kind of just skew to the medium hot. I think that's a good balance for it.
Is it
But-
kind of like an Italian sausage or what?
Yeah, it's like an Italian sausage. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I think they're based out of Youngstown,
Okay.
Youngstown or Cleveland. But I want to say it's Youngstown. So.
So how about you, bud? Taylor? Anything going on? Anything fun to look forward to? Or
Well, I'm starting to put in plans. I know at the end of July I'm going to go up to Minnesota to visit a buddy of mine. I just kind of got everything set for that week off to go up there and see him and his wife. I talk to him all the time, but I haven't seen him in years. So, but other than that, not really much. I was getting over being sick, and then just I only had Sunday off, and then I've just worked a bunch so far this week, so really haven't
Okay.
it's not been fairly uneventful. Like,
That's kind.
yeah, I mean, the pleasantly so. I think I got like today. I didn't get back till about 6:30, so
oh,
it was a bit of a longer day. So I was, I went out to Dresden, then Zanesville, then New Concord, Caldwell, Cambridge, Newcomerstown, Mount Vernon, back. So,
yeah. It's a lot.
so just bouncing all over. So
I officially started to feel old in a new and different way this week because I
Uh-oh.
feel old constantly. But like I told you, Taylor, Thursday I'm not going to be able to do the D&D group. We have one of our distributors, Westco, is holding a pool tournament down in Hilliard.
Yeah, welcome. Hey, you can crash
Yeah.
here.
No. Down in Hilliard, and to the people that were going to go at my company, they can't go now, so they reached out and asked if I wanted to go, and I said yes, as long as I don't have to play pool. I don't want to enter the tournament and play because I don't particularly care for pool, and I'm awful at it. But I was like, yeah, if it's just networking or whatever, I'm a sales rep, absolutely, I'll go down and do it. That's I'm like 4 or 5 to like 8. And all this week, back in the day when I got invited to that, I'd be like, oh, heck yeah, I can't wait to go down, hang out with other people in the industry, go to probably run into several people I know that I haven't seen in a while. And now I'm like, I'd rather just go home and play Dungeons and Dragons with my friends. I was like, that makes me feel old and extremely nerdy, that I'd rather just go pretend to be somebody in a game than hang out here at a
Oof.
bar all night. So
Now, look, here's what you do. You whip out that travel and expense card, right? Whip out that
Mhm.
card, fly me up, get me a shirt. I will play in your pool tournament,
here
and
we
I
go.
will.
How good are
I
you
will
at
play
billiards
for
there,
you.
Jer? Are you pretty good?
Depends. Okay, look.
How
I used to
it depends
play a
on how
lot.
drunk you are.
Yeah, I had a pool table at my parents' house, right?
Yeah.
I played all the time. I loved it. I got really good. I find I get good again, and fuck you for ruining it, when I'm a certain level of drunk. It is past slightly stupid, and I am like, it's like I see the geometry on
so
the
he
board.
comes
I'm
with
like,
geometry whiz, yeah.
What,
Yeah,
what is
right.
this, guy? Get the ball. Right where I say.
Yeah.
I experienced this in North Carolina where we were blitzed. I was trying to hang out with a buddy. And he was like, "Hey Drew, you need a beer?" I was like, "I need a beer." And he came back with a shot of Jaeger and a beer every time. So you're just shot, beer, beer, beer. I'm seeing like 18 balls on the table at all times. and I'm literally calling my shots. And I ran like the table twice, and dude, people are like, oh, chest button, oh, let me get you another beer. I'm like, great, like, it was a great time. I remember being extremely good at pool and had a hangover in the morning. So, but I used to play a lot, man. I really enjoy the game. It's fun.
Somewhat decent, but I haven't played in a few years. I used to go with a coworker and her boyfriend. We would play, and they would just be like, "What the?" Because I'd be like, "Okay, I'm gonna do some like chicanery,
Sure.
some not necessarily BS, but I'd be like, yeah, I'm gonna do some fun shots here," and they would just kind of be like, "What?" So I would purposely hit offhand and stuff for them, and they would just be like, "No, we're done. Let's go bowling."
There is no chance I could play right-handed. There is no chance in hell. That table would have no felt left. That is not something I could do.
Yeah. Oh, I wasn't great at it. Yeah, it's kind of like, okay, we're just gonna be ginger with this.
You gotta see me throw a football right-handed. It's a sight to behold. Like I'm a big guy, but you give me a bam, I'll throw it, and it's like,
oh, it's so unnatural feeling. Yeah,
it
feels so weird.
I could shoot foul shots righty, like that seems to be okay, but throwing a football,
I can't.
That is the most unnatural thing imaginable.
I can't shoot a basketball with my dominant hand. I'm probably the worst basketball player you've ever seen, so I'm terrible at basketball.
Oh, it's all good.
I had another thing I wanted to run past you guys. Tell me if I'm wrong.
Yes.
So thanks, David. The preemptive yes. Just going to get.
I mean, you said tell you you're wrong.
So over the weekend, my daughter had a science project due, and it's a science project where they were doing
over the weekend.
They had all last week to do it.
They were procrastinators.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay.
Apparently, they spent the whole week cutting things out. Irregardless, so it's a group project, and one girl worked on a Friday. Then a bunch of girls got together on Saturday to work on it, but Chloe didn't want to do that because one of their friends came over and we took them like ice skating and out to dinner, and she's like, I want to do that instead. So we're like, okay. And the compromise was we went and picked it up Sunday after church, brought it home, and finished it. And what the science project was, you had to recreate a atom city. So you had to like do all the different parts of an atom, like the nucleus and all these different 14 items they were doing. Well, the girls' group decided to do it like a medieval theme. So they did like a castle, and there was a butcher shop, and like we created the grocer, and because the teacher had like what it was, and then like an example, like a super Walmart, we did a grocer, and like a postal office. Well, there was no post office in medieval times, so I just did like ye old letter slot, like whatever. And one of them was city employees. And I'm like, okay. So they had cut out these two guards, and then there was this other third just like lady or whatever. Well, the way it was put together by the time we got it, it was so cramped. We were having a hard time getting everything into the castle and making it all fit. So I was like, look, the guards can be the city employees because they didn't have any other role from what I could tell. So, and I labeled them that way. We got them in there. Chloe got everything glued in, took it in, and we did not have room for that other one character that wasn't even like colored or was partially colored. And the teacher docked them like a couple points because she said, you don't have any city employees, even though we wrote on the guards that they are city employees. My reasoning here is they are city employees because the queen was technically the city. The castle is the city in our model. Who pays the guards?
I mean, you would think the crown
The queen
pays the guards.
The queen pays the guards.
Right.
So they're in employ of the queen, who is representing the city.
Unless they're mercenary guard, you could technically, How privatized are these cards?
Now we're gonna get to the nitty gritty to prove me wrong.
Yeah.
Are they-
Well,
Are
less,
they perhaps?
but
Taylor's
are they
like,
perhaps
let me be devil's
volunteers?
advocate.
are yes. Let me be heuristic in my this example here. Were they being paid off by a neighboring town, perchance?
No, they were on the payroll of the
Okay.
queen.
So besides the fact that they were guards, did they have another job?
No, they were just guards.
They should have done
So-
jailer. Or
So did you
town
even have to
crier.
have a guard to begin with?
I didn't create them. The other girls already created them. We just had to fit them in somewhere
Hmm.
because that was all done. We only took care of like 3 of the items. The other girls did all the rest, and they had these guards and this one person. Well, we could not fit that one person in there. So I was like, well, the guards, they're city employees. That should work. So we went with that. Well, they still got a good score. Like they pretty much passed it. She only docked 2 points. But I was like, if you'd like, I can go argue your case.
I
to the
would.
teacher.
I would just for
Yeah.
the sport of it.
Yeah,
to see if I can
do good,
see,
sir.
well, to see what answer they would give to where they would be like they're not a city employee.
And I'm
And
like, how
what
so?
you should do, have you Googled this? Have you said, hey, in the ancient times, who would pay the guards? And if it comes from the king and queen, then you need to bring some documentation into this teacher and shove it right up her ass.
Well, and part of what I was talking to my wife about it earlier, being me, I was like, I look at it like police. Guards are essentially police for the most part. I get it. There's bailiffs and whatever in medieval times, but it's like those people are on the royal coin.
I
know what I
would. The
mean?
thing is that you're. I mean, they would. As cheeky as I am being about it, it could have easily been a more privatized affair with the city guards.
You could have.
So.
But this is a 6th grade science project.
Well, right.
Also,
Yeah.
Do
I
we
think,
need
yeah.
to get to the nitty gritty so much? The girls did the work. They did what they
Yeah.
were asked to. Give them the points.
I
Let's
would agree
not
with that.
dock kids, 11, 12-year-old girls on technicalities here that you're going to have to
Whether
really
or
sift
not,
through.
yeah, for
You know,
I feel like-
non-history
I feel like Taylor's
class.
Taylor's looking for the balance sheet here. So
He is. He's wanting to see
he's
the
clearly on the
coffers
teacher
and-
side.
Well, right. Yeah.
He's like, they're
I mean-
underpaid, Graham. You're a piece of shit.
Well, no, just more of just thinking of like, oh, they probably would have been privatized towards like lords and stuff, and then
yeah, but that would be at the Lord's Manor, not the Queen's castle.
Yeah, why would they be the Queen's
I
castle?
get. Well, I mean, if
Which
they're-
there are examples of the kings, like the people lower than lords, that they have to volunteer their people's times to go protect or go on
Yeah.
adventures for them. Not history class.
well, no,
Sixth grade
that's what I'm
science
saying.
class.
Yeah. Like I agree. I think that's a little too. Yeah, you're getting a little too lost in the weeds for something like that. It should have just
So
been.
I was a little annoyed because those girls worked really hard and I thought they had a really nice model. So when she came home and the one thing that I was like, we can't fit this in here. I think this will work for you instead. That's where they got the points docked. I was like a little miffed because I'm like, I feel like you're being a little petty. Maybe petty's not the right word,
Yeah, no.
but it's like it's not
it's
necessary.
petty,
These
yeah.
girls put the work in, they put the time in, they did what you asked. Don't dock them points. For
a
that.
little too particular because you start running out of characters,
Well,
professions for.
at some point too, it's like they understand what they are. They got the lesson that you're trying to impart, and I feel like a lot of those projects are equally parts you understand it, and equally parts did you actually put effort into this project. They did, so let's not nitpick them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but
Yeah,
whatever, it's 2
like you said,
points,
it's a 6th
so
grade thing. If this is a dissertation going on for your,
your
your
thesis
college
of some-
paper, for your
exactly.
thesis. Yeah,
it's- I
be a little bit
understand
more.
that.
Hmm, need to-
We're not writing to a medical journal here. It's a 6th grade science project.
Yeah.
So I was just a little annoyed. So I just want to get your guys' take on it.
I mean, I love arguing with people. It's one of the small joys I still get in life.
Well,
so
here's what we'll
I'd
do.
probably be in there.
I'll fly you up to the pool tournament, and then we'll go in Friday. we'll pitch our argument, you and I together.
I'm here. I'm here
Yeah,
for you.
Drew and Graham got escorted out of the school. It was a huge blow up. I don't know what happened.
Want to be the first time.
It's all right. I have no loyalty to
Goodness.
Delaware schools, so it's fine. Other than my wife works
Sam
there.
Skibby. Do you have school choice? Do you guys have school choice in Ohio?
I think we do. I think you can do what's it called? Where you can live in one district, but you can register in other districts and stuff.
School choice. Yeah.
Certainly used to not be that way. That's
Yeah.
why I went to Highland.
Yeah.
Hey,
The
it was
best
for the better.
school.
You met us.
Well, I'm
was.
just saying. Oh, no, that was because I had moved to my dad's there in 8th grade, and then Heritage was like, you don't live in our district anymore. You live up at your dad's. You can't be going to be school here anymore. So that's when I transferred that last 9 weeks.
huh?
Did,
Yeah, I know nowadays. Now, I don't think they do it for everybody. I think you have to have a very compelling case or whatever. Why?
Mm.
You'd have to ask my wife. She
Did-
knows much more about it than I do.
Did any of you guys go to any of your reunions?
Taylor, went
Yeah,
to-
I went to the last year's one.
I almost went to that one, but
or not
I
the
ended up
not the
getting
2 years
busy.
ago, I guess now 2 years ago.
But no,
Yeah,
I've never
no,
been to one.
20th.
I got blown up by a few people. Like, oh man, come on! I'm like, I have zero interest in seeing any of you.
It was.
I would say only about 15, I think 20. There's a picture of it on
Yeah,
Facebook
I've heard
or
it's
something. There weren't.
not too many. The only reason I was going to go is because you were going, and then I ended up being
Yeah.
busy and I couldn't go. So
Yeah, it was.
I
it
mean-
was pleasant.
The only person I care to see is Dan, and I see Dan almost every year, anyways.
well, that's the thing. Everybody that I want to have a friendship with, I'm not. I don't want to say that because I did have a lot of friends in school that I would like to see again. So there's a lot of people I wouldn't mind seeing again, but my close friends that like you go to those things to see every year, I talk to them all the time. So it's like I don't really need a reunion, but there are people I wouldn't mind saying hi to again. And with Facebook and stuff now, you're so caught up in everybody else's life
yeah, that
anyways.
makes sense,
Really
yeah.
not.
Well,
Really
yeah,
not.
You're not, but
I have actually deleted Facebook. It's been gone for a couple weeks now.
Yeah.
what we need to do is force Jared to go to one because he's in the Hall of Fame. So you guys
What's the Hall of
remember that?
Fame?
He got inducted
Yeah.
into the Highland Hall of Fame
Oh, did he?
Oh.
I didn't know that.
for cross country. Yep.
Oh,
I went
that
to
makes
his
sense.
ceremony.
I mean, that makes sense. I mean, I
Uh,
thought his record did get him broken there, but at some
it might
point,
have.
But maybe
I don't
I'm.
know. But
yeah.
it made for great fodder when we went to that ceremony. He was. we had like twist his arm to go. It was hilarious.
Aw.
So,
Pretty funny.
It's... oh goodness.
Oh, boy.
No, yeah, no, it was really good to go to the 20th. It was there's a lot of and that makes it kind of hard too as well as I don't have as much of a connection to a lot of them there because it was like I got to know you for a couple
Yeah.
years as opposed to a lot of other people, but
Well, that's
Yeah, it was
like there's a couple people. I don't want to say her name and call her out here, but who used to live just down the road from me, and we were all close friends in high school. You probably
Hmm.
remember who I talk about. You probably know who I'm talking about. At my grandma's house, lived right at the corner.
I think I do.
I'll text
I'm
you.
not gonna mention. I'm not gonna mention names, but I think I do. I'll send you a
text you.
Discord message if I could be wrong about this. Just so I think that's the day.
Yeah.
Is it that? Okay, that's what I thought.
She was always super cool. I always liked hanging out with her. So,
Yeah.
and there's several people from that group that I wouldn't mind just checking in and seeing how, actually talk to them face to face again. It's
Mm.
been a long time. So,
Yeah, no, it was pleasant. Highly recommend whenever they do the next one.
who knows if we're alive?
Oh, I mean,
How long will that
That's
be?
the way to look at it, buddy. That's the way to look at it.
yeah. I mean, it
Because-
depends if they do a 25. If they do a 25, it'd be 3. If they do
Okay,
30,
so it was
it's
the
gonna be
20th was the last one, right?
correct.
Oh,
If they do a
Jesus.
25th, if they do a
It's gonna be old
25th,
as
that's
shit.
next year for me.
Yeah.
You gonna fly up?
No, you think I'm wasting money for that? Like, if I'm up, I could say I'd go just to see. For me, it's more like just to see some of the guys. I don't even know if It's not that I disliked anybody. I've really moved on.
Well,
Like,
yeah,
I
well,
just,
yeah,
we
you just
all
go down
have.
different, right? You go down different paths, and you
We
just,
all have.
I just-
you wish people well, and just kind of go
I
back.
just don't hold on.
Yeah,
I
that's
just don't
totally good.
hold on to things very much, man. I
Mm.
just, I don't
I
know.
don't feel like
I'm
I
weird.
don't feel like I'm holding on to anything. There's just people I wouldn't mind talking to again. Just
No,
see
I
how
get
they're
you.
doing. So
Sure. I remember I was hanging out at a buddy's house. I was hanging out at a buddy's house here several years ago, and the whole time, we're all in our 30s. We're all at least in our early 30s, and they are all just the whole fucking time where they're just talking about high school, and I'm just like, ugh, like anything new, guys? And, they're like, oh man, you remember back in '03 when we had that football game? I'm like, oh my god, like they peaked. That's the problem, is they all peaked. Like I don't feel like, and I couldn't stand the conversation. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go. Like this is
Yeah.
first off, I wasn't after school. I'm just the new guy, and I literally could have given shit less to talk about all the dumb shit I did in high school. Like some of it's funny, but most of it borderline retarded.
well, that's what
You
made it
think
fun.
you're cool as shit, but you're not.
That's what made it
Yeah.
fun.
It's either
No.
peak or it's just that it's kind of to me it was always a very depressing thought for that people would think so highly of high school, and it's like
Ugh,
that is
horrible.
well,
Yeah.
no, you can certainly have nice fond memories of
For
it or
sure.
something,
Yeah, I have
but it's
many
just kind
fond
of like
memories of high school, but it was still
yeah,
high
if you're
school.
doing it right, it's going to be 4 years, maybe 3, depending on the school or something. But that's a very small window, and then if that's it for you, and that's a very miserable way to live
And
life. I
like
feel.
I try to impress it on my kids too, because they're right in the middle of all that school drama right now in middle school or
Oh,
whatever.
right.
And it's like you remember how it could feel. It could feel sometimes like life was ending. You know what I mean? Because it's all you know. Normal people, Taylor, a lot of times feel that life is ending when you're in school because it's all you know. It's the only thing that's the most exposure you have to life at that
It
point.
is.
And so I try to impress on them, like, this is such a small snippet of your life that the stuff
So
that's
small.
bothering you right now, you won't even remember when you're older. Like, don't think it's the end of the world, because it's not, I promise. But
Mm.
you try to tell that to middle school Graham, he wouldn't have listened either. So I get it.
The only thing I
Alright.
miss about high school for me was the lack of responsibility.
Oh, 100%. That's
God.
the only thing I missed too.
God, do I miss it, man. That's
Yep.
the one thing I do miss. It's like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to stay up till 3 in the morning because F it. You know?
I miss it too.
I don't care if
A
I'm
lot.
tired at school tomorrow, but, work, it's like, I better go to bed at 10 because I got a meeting
Oh,
and I
yeah.
got to seem like I care.
Finding friends when you are a multi, look for the good, the true, the quality. Someone who laughs at all your silly jokes. That's the real stuff, folks. Now let's talk breakfast. Top of the pops. First up for me, it's vacant up, never stops. Then fluffy pancakes, a salty dream, and a perfect fried egg, the breakfast supreme. Thanks for listening, come back for more. This is iPhone 40 for sure. Tune in next time, we'll see you then, Jerry. The adventure again.